Oh, I guess we're really throwing it for a loop because I'm just leaving you guys on. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the podcast. Once again, just mixing things up because that's what you do when you're like 20 episodes in and you just decide, let's start changing things up.
Why not?
So my name is Josh. Welcome back. As always, every week I am joined by my friend and co-host Matt. How you doing?
What's going on, Josh? Happy 20th episode, everybody.
Woohoo!
We're almost 21. We're almost able to drink.
Almost there. Next week. And of course, this week we are joined by the Levines. They were on not too long ago.
It was episode 5.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was a long time ago.
And back by popular demand for them to come back on.
How are you guys?
Oh, boy. We're doing well.
Yeah.
You know, as well as can be. Spilling things across my desk is what I'm always doing, it seems like. At least it didn't get in on any computers today.
It's a positive. It's early.
It is early. So, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us. If this is your first time here, Goldgell Getaways, we are a full-service travel planning agency. So we are here to help you. Maybe you're looking to come down to Walt Disney World. Maybe you're looking to go to Universal. Some big news there for this week. Or as things are starting to open up, maybe you're looking to head across the pond and do something over in Europe or 2023. You might be going someplace special. We've got an agent who can help you plan your next destination vacation, whether you have big kids, small kids, or no kids at all. We're here to help you. And we're authorized Disney vacation planner as well. So I always like to add that in because it's important. So, welcome everybody. And where do we go from there? We go to talking about Adam.
Yep.
Who is they've got a long road trip ahead of them. I think this week. But yes, if you guys don't know, each and every week, this podcast is sponsored by Chef Adam, who teaches you how to cook online virtually. And this is like a little demonstration. They did a French bistro night. This is all done through Zoom. It's a lot of fun. We have done plenty of these. And he is a celebrity chef that has been featured on Food Network's Chopped, Restaurant Express with Robert Irvine. So pretty cool. And like I said, we've done these multiple times. Mostly for me, we've done them on the Copycat Theme Park series,
right,
which is a lot of fun. And of course, I always have to show this because that was the classic Ronto wrap that I dropped onto the laptop, which a couple weeks later I spilled tea on after that. So I'm just full of trying to break things all the time.
Don't let Josh touch anything of any importance that you need.
Oh my, I know, right? It's pretty dangerous. If you're interested, you should head on over to adamgoldgell.com or thechefdigitator.com. And you can see some of the classes, I think, that have gone by maybe. We are hoping to have some pop-up classes over the summertime. So Adam's doing something a little bit different for the summer, and which is pretty exciting. But also some of the things that we were talking about last week, like butterbeer. Oh, my gosh, that'd be so great to make. Oh, man. So we'll see kind of what happens with that. Matt, I'll throw it over to you.
Yeah, I'm with Adam. I'm hoping we're going with some New England inspired pop-up classes. That's little.
That would be nice.
I know we've thrown it at him a little bit, and hopefully that will happen. All right, it's the cruise everybody wants to be on, wants to hang out with the cool kids. Barbados with the boys and Taylor. December 12th, 2021. So this year, the end of this year, 7 nights, Southern Caribbean island hop. So the island hop, as we said in the past, is no sea days, which makes it that more fun that you're going to be spending a lot more time off the ship. We're going to be leaving out of Barbados with stops in Trinidad, Tobago, Grenada, St. Vincent, Dominica, and St. Lucia. I think we're at about 15, 20 people right now. This is the revenge vacation for everybody.
Absolutely.
I want everybody to come on this trip. We're going to have a great time. Josh, as we've talked about in the past, the Royal Caribbean still has that promo going where you can get an inside stateroom for two people for just over $1,000, which I think is amazing, especially for a trip like this. You want to join us? Events at goldgellgetaways.com. In the subject, Barbados with the boys. Josh, how did you like that T-shirt design that I sent you?
I liked it. I'm not sure how Taylor really liked it, but I thought it was quite good.
I went with the colors of their flag, and we'll eventually reveal that as we get closer into that trip. And then we got some room blocks for both school vacations for February and April, both on Royal Caribbean Symphonies of the Seas. We're going to be leaving February 19th out of Miami with stops in Perfect Day, Coco Cay, Antigua, and St. Thomas. With that being such a great trip, we have another cruise April 16th. Reminder, these are room blocks. It's rooms that we have held at a great rate right now that are only available to us. And them being school vacations, we want to get as many people on those ships as possible to have your hashtag revenge vacation. For those cruises, you can, in the subject title, February school vacation, April school vacation. Take advantage of it. Contact a Goldgell Getaway agent today. Josh, it's your cruise.
I can't wait. So yeah, I just wanted to go back. I was going back to look and see the pricing, and yeah, Matt, you are right. It is still just over $1,000 for two people for an inside room, which is pretty dang good for a 7-night cruise. And no sea days, of course, but oh man, I'm super excited. Can't wait. But yes, I guess I will talk about the other group cruise. Thing. Yes. So we are doing a 7-night Alaskan cruise out of Seattle on July 15th, 2022. Can't wait. It's going to be so awesome. It's really funny because Taylor and I were actually just having a discussion about this like 2 days ago. And I've been saying on the podcast about how excited I am to do just about everything that we can, whether that's walking on a glacier, seeing the whales, going panning for gold, or, catching salmon, eating salmon, whatever. And then Taylor and I were having this conversation. Apparently we must be taking two different cruises, because she's totally great with seeing the glacier and the whales and the bears all from the comfort of the ship. She's a little afraid to get off the ship. So, send her a message. Just tell her that it'll be fine. Nothing bad will happen.
It's because she wants to stay on board when everybody gets off so she can do the acrobat class.
I mean, that actually does kind of sound fun. But a great time to enjoy a lot of the amenities on the ship, speaking of, is when we are in those port days. But super exciting. This was our last group cruise that we had. So much fun. We'll get T-shirts made again, get some lanyards, and have the meet and greet. We're going to go do some dance moves for silent disco. Oh, boy. I mean,
I don't know who has Josh. The dance moves between you and that woman, like you should, like it. The way you broke this down when you cut up the film, it looks like you kind of have a dance off.
It does almost, right? Yeah. Like she kind of like starts getting into it, and then it's like it goes right to you. Like, get my thing on. So yeah, if you guys are interested, there's still plenty of room left on the ship. Book now if you're interested, because the price of this cruise is going to continue to rise as we get closer to that sailing date. So same thing, events at goldgellgetaways.com, and you can put in the subject line Alaska 2022.
Can't wait.
Cannot wait. It's going to be so much fun.
Josh, you're going to try to come in a couple days early and check out Seattle.
Yeah, that is the plan. More and more, it seems like this trip is probably going to end up being like 2 weeks, at least for us, with a couple of days on the front end and some days on the back end. So
yeah, that's my plan, is to hit Seattle a couple of days, jump on a plane, go down and check out Disneyland, and get caught up on places that I haven't had a chance to get to due to COVID. Hashtag Revenge Vacation Part 2.
I'm waiting to get the message or the conversation of we need to go to Disneyland this summer. I'm hoping that doesn't happen, but we'll see. So we'll see. But yeah, so anybody else have anything to add?
Team Levine, are you joining us for Alaska?
We're not sure yet. Hopefully, we have to see.
we need you.
Well, we do want to go to Disneyland, so we might join you for that part of it.
Oh, okay. All right. See how it is. I see how it is. That's right. We'll be there.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So let's talk about the news. Take us away, Matt.
Yeah, same news as pretty much we always talk about with Walt Disney World. Packages are now available all the way into the summer of 2022. With it being into the 50th anniversary, take advantage of putting down that deposit now so you don't lose a space in one of the resorts. I've noticed a lot of the resorts are starting to pick up and fill up quickly. And with park reservations staying in throughout the rest of next year, or is it at least what they're saying right now, jump on that, get your deposit down so you can start making your vacation plans inside of Disney with the 50th anniversary going all the way until the end of 2022. And
I would add to that if you are worried about there not being reservations available currently at the moment, I would still book something and get a deposit down.
Definitely.
And just keep checking because, like we're going to talk a little bit tonight, things are changing again. I keep saying this every single week, but things are changing very, very rapidly. And Chapek just had either did a presentation or something like that, did a phone call. Chapek is the CEO of Walt Disney World, if anybody doesn't know, Commander-in-Chief. Anyways, he had made several statements, basically that it seems like capacity is going to continue to increase, and that pretty much by the fall we may be back up to allowing 100%. It won't be filled to 100%, but right. Allowing basically everybody to come in if they want to come in. So if you're not seeing park pass reservations at the moment and you're thinking ahead, I would just still book something, because in that way, if that change gets made, say next month or in August, you'll still have those already booked and available to make those. So definitely jump on it.
Yeah. Now it's going to some information that came out all this week. Disney Cruise Line, the Wish opened for general booking. Dealing with a lot of the bookings this week, they went fast. Not many, concierge level booked up before it even got out to I think DVC members. And then by the time it got to us on Wednesday, the silver members, there was not many options available. And by the time it got to general booking, I'm going to say out of the 14 4-day cruises, or 4-day dates, there's probably only about 6 or 7 that are still listed on the website, which is awesome. Me personally, I was able to get a booking. I am going on that 8/22/22 as I've been talking about over the past couple weeks. I'm really excited about that. Hey, Josh, which one are you on?
Oh, you booked 8/22/22? We also booked 8/22/22.
What?
I know, right? That's so crazy. And
I know a couple other Goldgell agents booked as well. I can't wait. It's going to be a great time on the Wish. Castaway. Nassau. I'm ready to take that whole ship in and experience that. And if anybody's looking to book there, even though I did say there were some dates unavailable, there are still opportunities to get on the ships. Yep. Reach out to a Goldgell Getaways agent, and we can figure out a best plan of attack for you.
Yep. Yeah, and if you're still worried about it, in the next couple of months they're going to release the rest of 2022 as well. So, it's coming.
Yeah, and the thing, Josh, is some people put down just the 3-day holds.
Oh yeah.
So some dates might open up over the next couple of days. So keep checking back.
Yep.
And you mean things open up. I know when we were on early today, it's like that August 22nd would show up and then disappear and then show up and disappear. Yep. And then it's been up most of the day. So anybody who wants to come hang out with Josh and myself and the Goldgell Getaways gang, we'd love to have you join us. Universal, Josh, that big news coming out of Universal.
Wow. Yeah, this is crazy. And I'm kind of waiting. This happened. Was this last week? Was this last week when they had said that masks were no longer required outside, or 2 weeks ago?
It was 2 weeks ago, literally, as we going off the air.
That's right. And so this was made, I think this was rumored like yesterday night, and then it was confirmed today that no mask will be required indoors starting tomorrow, basically, over at Universal. So you can now go to Universal, and as long as you're vaccinated, they're not checking. So, but you don't technically have to wear a mask at all while you're there, which is, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to try to get over there and hopefully feel a little bit back to normal. I still go into Publix now, and there's like a 50-50 of like people wearing masks, some people not wearing a mask. And I still feel like a little, but I feel a little strange, like either we should all have them on or not, but whatever, it's changing, which is really great. I'm all for it. And hopefully we're going to see Disney make a change here very, very soon. I'm kind of wondering if we're going to hear something tonight or at the earliest, maybe tomorrow. So like I said, things are changing so drastically right now. We're heading into the summer months,
right?
Everybody wants to travel.
Yeah, I think with Disney, we're gonna hear very, very soon, probably in the next 24 to 48, like you said, and and just with a hunch that I think they're gonna follow suit eventually, which is amazing, especially coming into our fam trip coming up soon.
Yes, and something else that we haven't talked about, or maybe we did mention it, but SeaWorld now. When Universal had made that announcement 2 weeks ago, I think SeaWorld had basically made it so that nobody in their parks has to wear a mask. And they have now changed that to where even their team members don't have to wear a mask. So, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Josh, did I read somewhere that SeaWorld was starting up fireworks again? Did I imagine that?
No, you probably did. They did fireworks last year for 4th of July when nobody else was doing them. So it was pretty packed. And but you didn't even actually have to be at SeaWorld. You could just be out on, I can't remember what the name of the road is, but the main highway there that bypasses SeaWorld and some of the hotels. You could just be right out there and watch them. So it doesn't surprise me that they're going to be coming back. Actually, you know what? We are going to a thing next Friday for Electric Ocean, and I think every year Electric Ocean has fireworks. So yes, I'm sure they're coming back then. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. Good to know. What else we got in the news? Then we can go over the rest.
Were you going to say something?
Yeah, didn't they have was it SeaWorld that had the fireworks from the amphitheater already? Like the selective seating, or was I imagining something?
They may have. Like I said, they started doing fireworks last year. They were the only theme park to really do it in Orlando. So starting on the 4th. So we're actually kind of wondering, Disney's been doing some late night testing. They just did late night testing last week over at Epcot around like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, apparently. So who knows? We might get a pleasant surprise here for Disney that they're going to do fireworks. Who knows? But yeah, I think SeaWorld has been. I don't know if they've been doing them consistently, but I definitely know that like with Electric Ocean, that's a whole big, kind of like season for them. And they normally do like fireworks. I'm almost sure like every night. So,
yeah. Josh, hear me out on this. Cause now my brain's thinking, as you can see the smoke coming out of my ears.
Okay.
Picture this. You're at Disney. It's about a month away from 4th of July. Bam, fireworks. Just no questions asked, just fireworks go off. Kind of as they're like, we're back.
It could happen. I don't think it will, but
Why do you got to rain on a kid's parade?
I don't know. It might happen. It might happen.
And you just
Maybe it won't. Maybe it won't until like middle-ish end of July, like particularly like on a Monday.
July 12th,
something like that.
July 12th at like
maybe
8 p.m.,
maybe.
9 p.m. I'm down.
Who knows?
I think I'll go. I might go find a seat for that.
Yeah.
What else we got for news? We got Disneyland, big announcement earlier this week. They're going to open up to everyone starting June 15th. I think that's a big thing coming out of California right there, with them being able to open up to all guests, anybody from anywhere can start coming starting June 15th, and they have a reservation system just like Walt Disney World. So anybody looking to go there, just make sure you touch base with an agent and check in with the Disneyland website to make your park reservations. Josh,
awesome.
it's amazing. Like it's starting. We're on the downward slope of things. It's great.
I know. I can't wait. Obviously, hopefully everybody's still staying safe out there. We don't want to wish ill upon anybody. So, but yeah, I mean, it's really great. It's nice. Things are, they're changing. So
yeah, it's like I know myself and the Levines were up here in Massachusetts, and we're waiting for the clock to strike midnight, and then we can burn our masks. Is that
no mask party?
Like, we can burn our masks a little bit and kind of dance around in the streets. So I got the countdown going in my head.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but hey, a little celebration wouldn't be too bad. So
you celebrate the small victories.
I'm gonna be right back. So just you guys are fine.
We're just gonna go right, Josh. We're gonna go right into the Levine's trip.
Pretend like I'm still here.
Great. All right, so
Team Levine, welcome back. This is a very anticipated episode.
Thanks for having us back.
We're ready
to chat about our trip.
Yeah, we're ready to cause some controversy.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if anybody doesn't know, Ryan and Nikki and myself, we talk a lot off air. So I was, especially on the trip, I'm trying to get a sneak peek of their top 7, and I didn't get a look at it until this morning, which is awesome. Let's start out first things first on the trip. Where did you guys stay?
I'm back.
Yeah, we were at we stayed at All Star Movies that was our first time at All Star Movies. We're typically pop people,
okay.
And I think, needless to say, we're gonna stay pop people.
Really?
It was good. It was great for us, but I think the big thing for us, because we don't really rent cars, is it was awesome with the one bus stop, but going to all 3 resorts with the buses, I don't think it would work for us in the future. But we had a preferred room in Toy Story, which was awesome, which was very cool. And it was nice and renovated. And
I will say it was very quiet too. I know a lot of people usually are unsure about the value resorts because there can be a lot of kids and it can be noisy. And we were on the first floor, pretty much right off of the main walkway into, the themed Toy Story section that leads to the main entrance and the main hall. And it was very quiet. We really didn't have a lot of noise around us, which was really nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
What about, did you guys see a lot of cheerleaders there? Because you guys were kind of right around that same time frame, getting towards the end of the season, I think, for them. But normally, All Stars is like, not that there's anything wrong with it, great for Disney, but like it's usually overrun sometimes with cheerleaders. Usually, it might be more of like over at sports, but I know that they usually take up all 3. So I was just curious about that. You guys didn't see very many?
Yes and no.
I think we just missed the competition weekend. I think it was the weekend before us. So the few that we did see were left over on their vacations after competition. So there were definitely a couple here and there, but it wasn't like, I've heard stories of people that have stayed where it's, all cheerleaders and one family. And that definitely didn't seem to be the case.
There was nobody staying up till 3 a.m. in the halls doing all that stuff.
Well, I mean, it is a thing. I mean, there's certain times. Obviously, this last year it didn't happen, and it was very questionable this year. They did have modified, so it was modified, so that might be why it wasn't as busy. But if you are there when they are there in prime time, they're like,
everywhere.
they're up late, they're up early. They're like out everywhere where there's space for them to be practicing and doing their towers and tumbling and everything. So
I'm impressed you know the terminology.
I mean, my wife used to do cheerleading, so she made me go to a cheerleading competition. Oh boy, I think it might have been like 2017. We had to go over to ESPN Wide World of Sports. So
yeah. Ryan, you weren't working on your back handspring out in the
no, I was working on my softball.
That's awesome. Did you guys, when you guys were there, did you guys get into the food court or anything?
Yeah, a little bit. It was a little. The food was good, but it was mobile order, and I think that they weren't quite equipped to handle the just the large amounts of orders that were coming in. Right. Because we made an order for a snack one night, and they gave me the wrong thing. So I wasn't complaining about it because it was late at night, but it was fine.
Yeah, but was it more expensive, less expensive what you got? Like if you got a steak compared to a cheeseburger.
No, it was
we got a kid's meal compared to a regular entree meal.
Yeah.
So they basically just left out the fries. We got chicken tenders and a side of mac and cheese, and they just left off the fries.
That wouldn't fly with me. But was that your first experience using the mobile ordering?
No,
so at the resorts, obviously that's a pretty much a newer setup.
Yeah, I guess I'll out myself on this one. Mobile ordering is kind of not my friend. So back in 2019, we were at the Magic Kingdom. We were waiting for Happily Ever After. And I decided that we were a little bit hungry and that we needed to go to Casey's. We were on the dining plan at that point. And so I say, I'm going to mobile order on my phone. This is like our last night. And so I order it, I go to pick it up, and it's great. And then after, it was the greatest hot dog ever. I'm looking at our meal plan because, if you're familiar with like how the MBE app works and everything like that, I'm looking at it, I'm like, why does it say that we're down table service? We're supposed to be using this for tomorrow. So I used a table service credit. Two table service credits on Casey's hot dogs. And it was worth it.
Did you go and get it changed?
No, we're at Disney. Come on. It's
what? Oh my gosh. That's like a huge difference. So that's a huge price difference.
We just laugh about it now.
That's like 12. You're like quick service meal is probably like $12 on the meal plan, and then you're around like 35 or 36 for the table service.
We joke that they were $45 hot dogs.
Yeah, they were.
Oh my gosh,
the best hot dogs ever.
I mean, you can't be mad because you're in the Magic Kingdom. Two, we were literally about to watch Happily Ever After, which for us is it's like a tie between Illuminations and Happily Ever After for us. Again, probably controversial, but that's why we're here. And it's Casey's on Main Street. How do you go wrong?
Yeah. Hey, you're trust me, I probably would have went in and stomped my feet and got my proper dining credits.
I certainly would have done the same, or at least went to guest services or something like that, and they would have fixed it. So more power to you guys. Kudos. Really keeping the magic alive. I like it.
It's all about the hot dog. So let's jump into some of the places that Ryan and Nikki. Where did you guys eat? What were some of the top spots you guys hit on this trip?
Yeah, do you want to go day by day?
Yeah, so we went down with some friends from college that we haven't seen in forever. And so eating and, going to different restaurants that we really enjoy and some that we haven't tried was a huge part of our trip. We definitely wanted to take time to sit down at restaurants and be able to chat with our friends and catch up. So on Saturday, we got in on Saturday and we went to Chicken Guy for dinner, which is one of our favorite spots at Disney Springs. and it was awesome.
Yeah, it was
really
great. Big Guy Fieri fans.
Do you have a favorite sauce, or you just kind of?
I like the donkey sauce.
Okay.
What did you guys get? Like, what was your? Do you remember? Like, what's
We
like?
got the classic chicken tenders and fries.
And we
So
got
have
the fried pickles too.
Mhm.
Okay, so have you ever had the sandwiches though?
No.
Okay.
Be possible.
So of course, like I love Chicken Guy chicken fingers. They're amazing. But if you want to expand a little bit and just have like this explosion, you have to get one of the like chicken sandwiches. They are absolutely amazing. It's 2 whole chicken tenders on the sandwich. Oh my gosh, it's making me so hungry right now just thinking about it.
Our friend that
Oh
was
my
with us
gosh.
had the chicken sandwich,
Yeah.
and he raved about it. He said it was really,
Yes.
really good. So we'll have to put it on the list for next time when we're down in
Yes.
October.
Yeah, it's October.
Chicken
Maybe
Guy
I'll join you.
visitation. I'll be there too. Sign me up now.
2 sandwiches.
So
Yeah.
so that first day you went to Chicken Guy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, what were some of your other stops?
Yeah, so on Monday we did Epcot, so we did the Flower and Garden, and there was it's Epcot, so you just eat everywhere. Some of the highlights for us were I can't rave about this enough. The violet sake in Japan,
So good.
ridiculously good,
Mhm.
so good. It's like you're drinking Kool-Aid, but like not like that sweet Kool-Aid. You know, it's just like if Kool-Aid was the perfect amount of sweet, that's what that would be.
We also stopped at some of the festival booths. We got the crawfish etouffee. We
Yeah.
split that.
And Nikki doesn't like seafood or anything like that. And she loved
It
the
was
crawfish
awesome.
etouffee.
Mhm.
Wait, what? Did you just say you don't like seafood?
Nikki, how are you going to the Nordic Lodge with us?
Wait,
in
what?
a month if you don't like seafood?
Okay.
What?
Steak,
So
steak.
I like shrimp and I like salmon and some fish, but I'm usually pretty picky about seafood. But I'm all in for the steak at the Nordic Lodge.
Okay, down.
Yeah, so we had a couple other things. So Nikki had the tacos from the
Choza de Margarita.
Choza de Margarita, and I
So
had the
good.
empanadas.
Mhm.
We made the mistake of going at noon, and the line was the longest line that we waited in all day at Epcot was for.
It gets crazy long over there. Like,
Yeah.
We probably waited half hour at
Yeah.
least.
Mhm.
I
And
bet.
then I just thought that it was funny because we're right next to the Mexico Pavilion, and the Three Caballeros are some of our favorites, and we love the Grand Fiesta Tour. Like we just like to sit back and relax, and we love the animatronics because they are straight out of like 1971 Disney World and Mickey's Magical Review and Magic Kingdom. Nerding out a little bit right there, but that's why we love the ride because it is so deep ingrained in Walt Disney World history. But you know, people were walking past and like, "Oh, what's this line for?" And everyone's like, the employees were like, "Oh, there's a boat ride inside." So like, all the people that have no idea what it is are like trying to get into the Mexico Pavilion. Meanwhile, it's just a line to get into the pavilion,
Yeah.
into the AC,
Mhm.
and then they can't find the ride because it's like tucked away.
Right in the back. Yeah.
Yep. And then we went to Beer Garden for dinner that night, which we had both been, but it's been years since we've both been to Beer Garden. And usually it's a buffet style, but right now it's family style with COVID. And I actually preferred the family style. I thought it was really nice to have the selection brought right to you. And with family style, as usual, if you want more of something, they bring you however much you want of it. So it was really awesome.
Yeah,
Did they have any? Did they have any Italian sausage?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not this time.
I know it's a joke. We always make fun of Taylor's uncle. The one time that we went, he was really upset. He's like looking around the bar, you know, because this was still back with the buffet, and he's like, "They don't have any Italian sausage." It's like, yeah, of course.
That would be a neat collaboration. You know,
It could be.
a Via Napoli pizza with the sausages from Beer Garden.
Yes.
Not bad. Did they like? I haven't been in there obviously during the COVID time. Did they still have the entertainment on the stage?
Oh, yeah.
With
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
Oh,
awesome.
nice.
The
Yeah.
That's really
accordion
cool.
guys going nice.
We were there hanging out. They played twice.
Yeah.
The guy with the bells is ridiculous.
And there's really not a bad seat in the house. Like we sat all the way up on, it's tiered if you've never been in the restaurant. So no matter if you're, up in the back of the restaurant or down in the front by the stage, you have a good view. We were all the way up in the back, almost near the entrance, which is one of the farthest points from the stage, and we could see everything. So it was a really fun experience.
Yeah. And then, that was great. Germany was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that was your Monday.
That was our Monday. Yeah. That was our Epcot day. And then on Tuesday, we went to the Magic Kingdom. And that was like standard for us. It was just a Magic Kingdom day. Sleepy Hollow, fruit and Nutella waffle for breakfast. We went to Pecos Bill's for lunch. Chicken tacos and a rice bowl. Can't go wrong. As good as Chipotle. And
what? Back up.
I saw how he tried to like quickly breeze right by that one. Just move on.
This is where the controversy of Team Levine comes into play. What was that again, Ryan? I missed that.
Wait, which one?
When you mentioned something was better than Chick-fil-A, not better.
No.
He said Chipotle.
Chipotle. Oh, okay. If it was Chick-fil-A, dude, we fight.
No. It was as good as Chipotle was.
All right. Okay.
I felt that it was fresh and that everything was, not prepacked and all of that. So it was good. Yeah. And we had the Casey's corn dog nuggets there. So that was, as we've already established, I love Casey's.
I think I heard they're closing it for good. It's not coming back.
Well, I mean,
I'm just kidding.
Man,
it's coming back.
The look,
break my heart.
Josh, the look on Ryan's face, we're gonna have to lock that in because the sad look on his face when you said that of just
I know, right?
I know you're kidding, but I don't know what to think right now.
No joke. Just don't. I mean, corn dog nuggets on those red tables under the umbrella, looking at the castle.
I'm shocked it hasn't opened yet. So it should be right around the corner. It should be right around the corner.
Yeah. I
bet it's coming soon.
They better be doing a renovation in there if they're not doing anything. But I say that about everything. So.
Well, tell us about what was that at, right after Pecos Bills you said, because that's what we got caught up on.
Yeah. We went to Skipper Canteen for dinner that night, which I will say we also traveled with a member of our party who has a gluten allergy, and she swears by Skipper Canteen because they really cater towards different food allergies really well. Almost everything on their menu, I think, was an option that she could eat. And we actually sat near, I think, 2 or 3 parties that had different allergies, and the chef came out and talked to every single one of them. So it was a really, really awesome experience. And we've eaten there before, and the food is always excellent. So
and we sat in the C room too, and we're big into that Disney mythology. So it was pretty cool. Yeah, see Alberta Falls on there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of Skipper Canteen. I was able to go. What was it? One of my last trips. I like the ambiance in there, just like you guys said, and that's a good thing to know that they're very good with food allergies. Yeah. Let's jump into your Wednesday.
Yeah, so that was we split off from the other party that we were with, and that was kind of our day to do our thing at the Magic Kingdom.
Awesome.
So I don't remember what we did for breakfast that day. I think it was just peanut butter sandwiches and granola bars. But we had lunch at Cosmic Rays, and the burger at I've had theme park hamburgers before. The burgers at Cosmic Rays are actually good. Mm-hmm. I would eat a Cosmic Rays burger for lunch. I wouldn't eat it every day, but it's certainly better than McDonald's, give or take. But the thing that I really enjoyed was because it's mobile order and they're only allowing people in. We were able to get a prime spot right by Sunny Eclipse, like right on the floor.
Front row seat.
Yeah, it was it was noon and, we were able to get a seat and watch Sunny Eclipse and it was great.
Yeah, that was one of the really cool things. And I really appreciated about the way that Disney's approached mobile order is they actually won't let you into the restaurant until you have a notification on your phone that says your mobile order is ready. So before COVID, it was always a fight to get a seat. People would go and get a seat while somebody went to go and order, and you could never find somewhere it was hard to find somewhere to sit at a lot of these different quick service places. And this has kind of eliminated that, which is really nice.
It's great.
And this is something that I hope actually stays around because Universal. I may have mentioned this on the podcast before, but Universal's been doing this for a long time, where they don't let you into the restaurant unless you have gone, through the line to order. So it's very easy to find a seat in there. So this is something when they started this with mobile ordering and not letting you in unless you have your thing ready. I hope that this is something that they'll find some way to like kind of keep it around because, I mean, like you guys said, it's really nice to be able to actually find a seat and not just have random people just trying to get a break from the heat, taking up tables and chairs and not getting any food. So I hope it sticks around.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for as well. So then after that, we left the parks and we headed out to Disney Springs, and we went to our favorite location at Disney Springs. Well, actually, first we got into the line at Gideon's and the virtual queue, and we were able to get on the virtual queue at 4, and we had our cookies in hand by 5. So it was
that's not bad at all.
Really
it was awesome. That peanut butter cold brew is absolutely ridiculous. It's divine.
Let me tell you,
it is so good.
Least favorite things. The things I hate the most are coffee, the taste of coffee, and peanut butter. And I ordered my own peanut butter cold brew the next day because it was delicious.
Really? Wow.
I hate iced coffee. Like I don't like cold brew coffee or iced coffee like at all. I think it really is just gross. I think it gets like this weird bitter taste, but this is truly divine. Like it's amazing how good it tastes. It's so good.
Yeah, and if you pair it with those cookies, it's just those cookies are just so good.
Rye, what did you get for cookies? Would you go?
Well, we got a chocolate chip, and those are in our freezer right now. And we also got the cookies and cream, and the cookies and cream was ridiculous.
Yep. And we have one of the triple chocolates that we brought back home with us too that we haven't tried yet. So we're
excited. Very excited to break them out. Yeah. And so while we were waiting for it, though, for Gideon's, we went to Jock Lindsay's, which is our favorite bar, and we always spend way too much time there. We don't care about really any other bar because we just spend the time at Jock Lindsay's. And we got Reggie's Revenge and a cool-headed monkey, and the English Professor, which is named after Indiana Jones' father. But I am a big connoisseur of Reggie's Revenges, and I have been trying.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am. I found a copy
Explain this.
I love Reggie's Revenges. Hold on, one hot sec.
I'm interested now. I'm intrigued.
Josh, remember we were going to have him on the episode of favorite alcoholic drinks on property. So.
Oh, okay. Then he got bumped out for the Wish, just you and I.
That's
true. That's true. But we'll definitely make that up. So we'll get there.
He's got a copycat recipe, and he's got one of the. He's trying to find the souvenir glass.
It's not here. Nikki broke it.
This
is one of those situations where I have no idea where it is. But anyways, I have the copycat recipe, and I've been trying to figure it out, and I haven't quite figured it out because.
Where did you get it at?
The guy on YouTube, Theme Park Bar.
Okay.
So
I'm just going to write that down because I want to know too.
Yeah, and so basically it's just Midori, orange, vodka, white grapefruit juice, and lime juice, and that's it. But it's all about the ratio. And so we were talking to the bartender, and the bartender gave us their actual ratios.
Ooh.
So I haven't been able to try it yet. Yeah, no, Nikki's got it.
You don't have to say those over the air, but you could certainly send me a message with those ratios. That'd be excellent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But it's so simple, and it's so good. It is just. I am a sucker for Mai Tais and tiki drinks in the Reggie's Revenge. And the fact that they pour it out of a tap just makes everything so much better.
Oh, that is right, they do.
Yeah, and they were telling us how they make it in the back too, and basically how it's like the system and they batch make it, and it was just like, oh my god, just like, to have a keg of Reggie's Revenge made for you is, I mean, it's a little sweet. So you can only have like 2 or 3, but that's why you cut it with the Scottish professor.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah. You gotta, when you have your line with the registered veg, you gotta have your lemon with the professor, Scottish professor.
Okay.
That's and then where did you guys eat that night? Disney Springs, where'd you guys go?
Yeah, we went to Wine Bar George.
So we actually went right across the way, and we had dinner with Pam and Adam, which was awesome to see them and catch up with them. And Wine Bar George, I think, is awesome for dinner because you can get a lot of shareable plates. You can try a lot of different things. We'd been for drinks. We'd never eaten there, and everything that we tried was awesome. It was all so delicious. Yeah, it was an awesome experience.
It's just a fantastic restaurant. I mean, any meal that you do there, whether it's, I don't know that they really do breakfast, but I know they do brunch. But like brunch, lunch, dinner, whatever, show up for drinks and just get appetizers or something like that from the bar. I mean, I don't know why I always tend to forget about it. And I don't know why, because it is just spectacular every time that we go there. Such good food. So
we got the big board too. And that was, that was good. It was ridiculous. Mm-hmm. That's a meal in itself, but it's just so good.
So that was pretty much your Wednesday.
That's Wednesday. Yeah. And
looking here, your Thursday was a busy Thursday.
Yes, Thursday was our first day our only day at Hollywood Studios. Mm-hmm. So that was a big day.
Josh, they got there finally.
It was probably the best day, right?
We went to Hollywood Studios.
It was probably the best day, right? I mean, the best day of the whole trip. Oh, okay.
So
we'll save that for later.
We hadn't seen Hollywood. We hadn't seen.
Yeah, we'd only seen Toy Story. We haven't seen Galaxy's Edge. Or Mickey and Minnie, for that matter.
Yeah.
Right.
We haven't been to Hollywood Studios since 2000.
It's been a while.
So, yeah, it was really cool. Really, I mean, we were there for Galaxy's Edge. That's what we wanted to see. And the friends that we were with loved Toy Story, and they'd never seen Toy Story Land. So that was really cool to get to see that with them, too. But we ate a lot of food in Galaxy's Edge that day. We had a Ronto wrap, which was excellent.
Very good.
Excellent. I wasn't sure if I would like it. We did not drop our Ronto wrap. No.
Why would you say something?
No, but it was what there was a little.
Who does that? Who drops Ronto wraps?
So we were talking about allergies, and our friend who has the gluten allergy or the gluten sensitivity, we ordered them a Ronto wrap without. In the description on the website of the allergy gluten-friendly one says that it's in a wrap, so we assumed that it would be a gluten-free wrap. Turns out it's just the box without the wrap. So they put it into a box and put all the ingredients in there. So it's basically like a
Ronto box.
Yeah.
A
wrapless
wrap.
They should just call it a box. It's like just a Ronto box. No wrap needed.
I would go for that. Put it over rice. I'm there.
Sure.
Yeah. And Ryan tried the blue and the green milk. I had a sip.
What are your thoughts?
Not
overrated.
Okay, so the blue milk is absolutely blue raspberry, and it was fine. I didn't think that I would like the green milk. The green milk was oddly refreshing.
Yes, that is the correct response. That's good. Yes.
Yeah, it's like this weird combination of we've seen all the vlogs and all the reviews and everything like that. It's literally Fruit Loops with a little bit more lime in it.
I think you might want to get your palate checked on your flavors here, but I will agree that green is a little bit more refreshing. I think it has more floral notes to it than it does like. Would you say Fruit Loops or something?
Well, I said Fruit Loops and then citrus. So it's a combination of Fruit Loops and citrus, which I guess would be floral if we're really thinking about it.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. That's interesting, though. I always like to hear what like other people think about those. So that's cool.
Yeah, I would definitely order all right. So I have this whole thing with blue raspberry and how raspberries aren't blue, but that's another thing. But yeah, the green milk I would absolutely order again. I don't think I would order the blue milk.
All right. I like to hear that. I'm a green guy, so
yeah, we can cheers to that in October.
Absolutely. So. I'd rather save my money on something else.
We'll get you the big jug, Matt. We'll
I'm
get
with
you
you,
the
Matt.
souvenir milk jug.
Matt,
Just get me the Coca-Cola that's in.
Wait, Matt, wouldn't you won't drink it with like, I don't know, alcohol, like tequila or rum?
Or the rum.
Matt,
I think
they have their milk, and we'll go to Oga's.
I'm down. Me and
Oh
Nikki
God,
down. Cheers, let's do it.
I forgot that we went to Oga's.
You guys went to Oga's too? Oh my gosh.
Let's
Hear about it.
We did everything.
It was very cool.
Yeah, Nikki got the fuzzy tauntaun.
Yeah. And I didn't know too much about the drink selection, and our server says to me, "This comes with side effects. Are you okay with that?" And I was like, "What?" But
That's
it's
funny.
so true. I felt like my throat went a little bit numb from it. It was really cool.
Yes.
And if she hadn't said that, I would have thought I was having an allergic reaction to something. So I'm glad that she cued me in. But
Yeah, I thought about ordering that, but I didn't because I didn't want that effect. I had to look this up because I can't quite remember. Oh, I had the Bespin Fizz. That's
Okay.
And then and that was good. It was very interesting because at first, it's got the dry ice, so it just like it engulfs your face with the dry ice as you're trying to sip. So that was a unique experience. And then I got the Gold Squadron Lager, which was very good.
Okay.
And
Nice.
then what do you have for your second drink?
The lightsaber or something?
The lightsaber?
I don't know.
Were they still limiting
Jedi
you
mind trick.
inside?
That's what it was.
That's
The
it.
Jedi mind trick? Were they still limiting you as far as like time goes and drinks in there?
Yeah,
Is
so
that still
I thought it was a 2-drink limit, but I think it's a 45-minute limit because we had finished our 2 drinks and our waitress came over, or our server came over, and she asked us if we wanted another round since we had a couple.
So were you with friends or was just the two of you?
No,
No,
we
we
were
were
with
with
friends. Mhm.
So how many drinks did your friends have? Also
They
2?
had 2 each, yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay,
Well,
wow. Okay.
One of them had a
Interesting.
provision
Mhm.
as a
Oh,
good drink. But
okay. All right. Because sometimes I know the last time we were there, they were doing it as by however many people are in the party. That is how many drinks that they will serve total. So if you go with 4 people, but only 2 of you drink, you can get their drinks for yourself. That's how they were doing it for us the last time we were there. So I wasn't sure, but cool, good to know.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out. And
Yeah.
then after that, we had a reservation at Docking Bay 7, or we did the mobile order at Docking Bay 7.
Mhm.
So that was good. And I had the ribs, and the ribs were very good. And the blue corn muffin was also very good with it.
Yeah, and I had the chicken, and that was really good too.
Yeah, it was I had a little bit of the I think they call it gravy, but it's not gravy. It's more like a salsa verde.
Yeah.
It was very good.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
It was a refreshing change for Hollywood studios because I think that's one of the reasons we've never been drawn to Hollywood studios as much is because we're big food people, and there weren't before Galaxy's Edge and Toy Story. There weren't a lot of great food options in terms of quick service.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hollywood
No,
studios.
I
That's
agree
right.
with that. I
That's
mean,
right.
I think that's very true, and it seems as though they have been trying to change that up a little bit. I mean, they're changing up some of the menus as we speak, and new stuff is coming. So they're trying to be better about it, which is nice. So
Yeah, because previously we were if anybody ever asked us what to do for lunch at Hollywood Studios, we would just say, go to Baseline Tap and just get the charcuterie board. Like, that's your lunch.
I mean, that's not a bad option. It's not a bad option.
To do. But now, and we've heard that ABC commissary has improved as well.
Yes.
ABC is much better now.
Yes.
Much better.
We
Oh my
were
gosh.
really upset at Hollywood Studios because we wanted ice cream. Like ice cream. And we went and we were like, we're going to go to Gertie's and we're going to get ice cream. And Gertie's was closed. And then we were like, oh, we're going to go to the ship across from Gertie's. And that ship, Dockside, and that was closed. And so we had to go. And I mean, I don't want to say that we settled, but we settled for Mickey Premium Bars.
You didn't go all the way down by Tower of Terror.
So we were
No.
trying to stay
Right.
near the Frozen show because we wanted to see the Frozen or the
Gotcha.
The Frozen sing-along.
and there was another show starting soon.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
it was also our own fault because we wanted ice cream
Right.
before we went into the
And it was really bad planning for us because
Settled.
we walked over down by Tower of Terror but we again, we were with friends, so we were trying not to split up too far.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that's fine. That's where we always get. If we get ice cream, we always go down to by Tower of Terror. That's where we always get ours. So
Yeah.
because I usually get like a apple. I think they might still have the apple pies with ice cream. So that's usually what I get.
That just sounds so good right on a Friday night right now.
I know.
So good. Well, especially in New England, that's like that's not a New England thing, but it feels very New England.
It's not New England, but it's our thing. I'm willing to take it on
the fight for it.
All right.
So then quickly after that, we went back to Disney Springs, and we were a little bit hungry. So we went to Earl of Sandwich, and we got a Thanksgiving sandwich, and it was incredible. And yes,
it was so good.
So
Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. And then we went back to Jock Lindsay's, and we got Reggie's Revenge and a cool-headed monkey and more Reggie's Revenge, and that was that.
Nice.
And then after that, we had dinner at the Edison, and the Edison was a really good time.
Yeah, we had eaten at the Edison before, and I decided to get a burger this time. I think I got the prime rib last time, which was really good, and their burgers were amazing. They're so good. I was really, really happy with our meal there.
Yeah, and I got, I had ribs for lunch, but then I wanted the ribs for dinner. So I got the ribs at the Edison. And when they say that it's a full rack of ribs, it's a full rack of ribs. Like, it's like a rack of ribs.
Well, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Well, when they say it's a rack of ribs, that's
they don't shortchange you at all. None.
Yeah. It was definitely a good value.
Yeah, it was a very good value. You could have definitely fed at least 2 people with it, and the side that they gave you as well. So it was just very good. And then we also had the loaded French fries there and the bacon on the clothesline.
Oh, nice.
That's good stuff too.
Yeah,
it was very good. Yeah.
And then Friday was our last day, and so we went to Animal Kingdom. And we flew out on Friday, so we only spent about a half day at Animal Kingdom, but we were able to go to our very favorite quick service, possibly one of our favorite places on property.
I was going to say,
it's
on property.
It's hands down like the best quick service on property.
Yeah,
it's so good.
It's better than some table service, to be honest. I mean, like I would choose Thule Canteen over a couple table service places.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I agree.
Yep.
When you walk in and you see them cooking the chicken and the beef over the open fire, it's so good.
And I will say that was another great place for if you're somebody who has a gluten sensitivity. A lot of what they make, you can get gluten-free versions. Yeah. So there were a lot of options for the person in our party who has a gluten sensitivity, which was really nice.
Yeah. And then we left. The bubble.
Man, hey, you had a great time. That's.
It was incredible. It was incredible.
Sounds like it.
It had been 2 years, almost 2 years exactly, over 2 years since we had been back because of COVID. So this was a trip that we had rescheduled 4 times. So,
man, that's a punch in the gut when you got to change it that many times.
Yeah, it was. But we're through it.
So now the main part that I know everybody checked in for tonight.
Yeah,
you guys were very. Let's be honest. You guys were very controversial with your number 1 pick last time.
Yes,
you said.
Can we?
It was Splash Mountain, and we wanted to kick you off the air. And technically, we really didn't even want to have you back after that. But
it's fine.
But we knew. Josh and I knew once you guys got down there, the list might change.
Yes.
Hit us with your new top 7. What do you got?
Yeah.
So
should we? We'll go in depth into the new additions to our top 7.
Okay.
Since we've kind of talked about the reasons for the others, and we can talk a little bit about them. But our number 7 was something that was new to us. It's also a new park addition to our list. As you remember, there were 0 attractions from Hollywood Studios previously on our list. We loved Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Yeah, nice.
We thought it was so good. Fun.
The room changes, and I really liked the salsa dancing scene. That was really fun.
Yeah. It was really cool.
Yeah, and
I wasn't sure. I mean, we had seen videos and footage of it, but it's so hard to know what it's going to be like until you're actually there experiencing it yourself. And it really was. I mean, I was like, what is 2.5D? What is that going to look like? And now that I've been on it, I understand.
Yeah, and even without the pre-show, it was still great. Still easy to follow along what's happening, and it's a solid ride.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that ride too.
Yeah, I agree. I'm always going to be for Great Movie Ride, and if they said we're going to build Great Movie Ride on the other side of the park or something like that, I'd be all for it. But this is, I mean, like you guys said, it's awesome. I mean, the way that they have redesigned it, this kind of like 2.5D experience, it's something that almost every time that we've gone to Hollywood Studios, we usually rope drop right to it. So
that's what we did.
Yeah,
we went straight to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was awesome. So number 6 for us is going to be Everest, which was previously number 4. From there,
okay.
And then
all right.
5 is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, which was previously number 5.
Stayed the same. Yeah.
We love Big Thunder so much. We went on it. How many times we gone on it? Like 3?
Oh, I think like 3 or 4 times. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so good. It's classic. We can't get enough of it. The G's that you pull on that after that second lift hill are it's great, especially for a roller coaster like that. It's truly a surprise.
Yeah. I think we did officially decide, though, and I think we knew this beforehand, too, though. The riding in the back in that ride is by far the best place to be. We, unfortunately, got placed towards the front every time, which I think is why we rode it so many times, because we were trying to get placed towards the back, and you can't request where you want to sit right now. But it was, even, riding in the front or riding in the middle, it was still such a fun experience.
Yeah, that's great. Going to number 4 for us is going to be Spaceship Earth, which was previously number 3.
Oh,
that's interesting. Like I said, that was in our last episode. That was my nap time.
Yeah,
we still love Spaceship Earth.
We love
I think
Spaceship
it's
Earth.
Just so nostalgic.
Yeah.
And
yes.
Like interactive, but also everything. I mean, Epcot was founded on being an edutainment park, and that's like it's everything that Epcot values and is,
Yeah, so. And our friends who were with us weren't too happy about Spaceship Earth.
Well, I love Spaceship Earth. The one thing that I hope that comes back soon is everything. Everything at the end, basically.
Oh, yeah.
All of those interactive things that you can kind of do and experience, and that's so cool. I mean, the ride, I love the ride too, but having all that little stuff down there at the end is just another cool thing to experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so. It's so good. It's like, I mean, we love Journey into Imagination, but without all the little fun stuff at the end, it's a tough sell.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
let's break into the top 3.
Top 3 looks controversial, so this should be fun.
Number 3 is our previous number 1 of Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain got bumped.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to stay now?
Yeah, we stay. We love Splash Mountain. Like on our Disney Wall downstairs, I would say that at least a quarter of it is Splash Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Just
oh wow, okay,
it's so good. It's you can't really complain about being in the Florida heat with a water ride with half of it's in air conditioning as well. It's like a 13-minute ride. It's great.
In wet shorts.
Yeah, in wet shorts.
Oh.
My friend who was with me, we're both kind of bigger guys, and I thought that I was going to sit next to Nikki, and my friend who's like 6'4", like real big guy, sits next to me. So our boat
was
the front row. So our boat was front.
Oh boy,
we got soaked.
They got soaked. Me and his friend's wife were completely dry because they shielded us. It was great.
Drenched.
Oh wow!
So just find some bigger guys to sit behind on Flash Mountain, and you'll be good.
We just
as well. Yeah, exactly.
We've talked about this before. Is like when I went with Josh and Taylor in December. So I got my arms up, excited to just get the water, and then I look in front of me, and they're hiding underneath the seats.
Yep,
straight up hiding under the seats.
Yep. Just go. If you go right down, it just goes all over, like right over you to the next person. That's how it goes. So
which was me.
Yep.
Yeah. And then so number 2 for us is going to be Rise of the Resistance.
Okay.
That was everything that we thought it was going to be and more.
Mm-hmm.
It was absolutely incredible. I think what makes it number 2 for us is the storytelling, at least for me, it's slightly hard to understand and follow. Like with our friends, because we're very Disney people. So our friends are not as Disney as we are. They didn't quite understand that we were going into a rebel base,
right? Okay.
And that we were recruits.
They said that they should have Star Wars movies playing in the queue.
Yes.
Which we quickly shared why they can't do that. But
yes.
I think they just didn't feel as immersed in it because they didn't know.
Wow, that's really shocking.
Yeah,
wow, okay.
And I just feel that I loved it. It was incredible. But I need to ride it again because there was so much going on, like left and right and everywhere that I couldn't. Like I was trying to figure out what do I look at, like it's
a
lot to look at.
It's so immersive. I think as far as the actual ride attraction goes, that it is very, very overwhelming the first time that you ride it. I mean, just so much stuff going on as you go through there. You're getting shot at like almost the whole time.
Yeah.
There's somebody's trying to get you, or I mean, there's just so many different aspects. So I get that. I get that. Next time you have to have like 2 Hollywood Studio Days,
Yeah.
Do it twice. So
we definitely will. No, but it was awesome, and there's so many different elements to the attraction too. That it's a long attraction. There's 4 different really kind of parts to it, which is cool. Right. So there's really something for everyone. So we were really impressed, and again, we've seen a ton of videos, so we knew what was going to happen and what to expect, and it was still so exciting. And I remember I had a huge smile on my face the whole time, like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing. So it definitely is overwhelming. So I'm looking forward to riding it again, but it was really, really cool.
Yeah. Like I remember after we got off the ride, I was like, I didn't see the lightsaber come through the roof. And he was like, oh, you missed that part. Because I was looking somewhere else.
Wow.
Yeah. Just like, there's so much to look at.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
dang, that's a cool part to see too. I'm always like, I mean, because we've ridden it enough now that like I'm staring at the ceiling and I'm just like, how is this effect being done in front of me? And I still can't figure it out. So I don't know if I will, but
really lucky though, because our Hollywood Studios Day was Thursday, and I don't know if you all heard the news, but Rise of the Resistance was down the entire next day.
Yes.
Next day. So we were like, thank goodness we went on Thursday, because if our Hollywood Studios Day was Friday and we didn't get a chance to ride it, we would have been really, really upset.
Yeah, real mad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we did go on Smuggler's Run too while we were there, and that was good. It was good. Yeah. I thought that I thought that the queue was better than the ride. I was just because I get motion sickness, so it wasn't great for me. Right. But like I was nerding out because when you're in like the terminal going onto the Millennium Falcon, it feels like an airplane terminal. It
does.
Cool. It's really
it does.
Cool.
Like you feel like the metal boards under you, and like
they almost like they give a little bit.
Yeah. It's so cool. It's so cool. But our number 1 is our previous number 2, and that's going to be Flight of Passage for us. We're big Flight of Passage people.
So what about it? I mean, what about it pushed it to number 1?
I think it's the immersion in it and the experience for us. I mean, the more we go on it, the more we love it because you're in a theater, but it's not like you're aware that you're in a theater like with Soarin'. You feel the Banshee breathing below you. You smell the smells. You feel the water hit your face. It's completely immersive. I think that the queue does a great job of explaining it. It's very basic. Anyone can follow along with it. You understand what you're going on. It's awesome. Every single time we get off, we're speechless.
And we had actually never been in the standby line. We've only ever done Fast Pass. So for me, walking through the standby queue made this experience even cooler because you get to see, even more of Pandora. You get to see the research lab, and there's even more to that story behind the ride than when you go through the Fast Pass line and you just walk in and you get linked to your avatar and everything. So being able to see and be immersed in that queue was really cool.
Yeah, I thought that seeing the Banshee tributes was awesome. Like it really defined where, that you're in Pandora, like you're in the Morara Valley.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that you guys hadn't done the actual standby line. That's a big difference. I mean, that's huge. It's huge. Yeah. There's so much cool stuff to see in there. I think we hadn't done the standby line since probably when it had opened. After that, we had done Fast Pass pretty much every time after that until COVID, which, we were forced to go through the standby line. And it was so refreshing to go back through there and see, because there's so much cool and neat things to see in there.
Yeah.
So I can see that. I could see it, maybe pushing its way past your previous one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
right. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Team Levine, I got a quick question because I'm just going to go back to your Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah.
Were you an early morning boarding pass? Were you an afternoon boarding pass? How did that process go for you guys? I know a lot of people struggle with boarding passes, and how did that process work for you guys?
Yeah, I mean,
simple.
So for me, it was wake up at 6:50.
Nice.
Make sure that I had our tablet with us, so I made sure that I got our military clock. So you want to get on those world clocks that are like atomic times and all that, because 2 to 3 seconds before that, you're going to want to refresh your app and try to stay off. If you're on Disney Resort, stay off of the Disney Wi-Fi.
Yep.
Refresh your app. Go. Don't care about who's on your party. Just go. Because it's easier for guest relations to add the people that are with you to it than for you to use those seconds to not get a boarding pass.
Right.
Or, if somebody's not with you, it's so easy to remove them from the party after. So, and that's it.
Yeah. And we actually had all 4 of us that were in our party because we had an adjoining room with our friends. So they were up too, and we were all on our devices. And just know if one person in your party has you in your party, once they are in to get a boarding pass, the other accounts won't go through. So you can't make multiple reservations. Right. So as soon as, Ryan was fortunate to be the one that got through first. So the rest of us couldn't get through. And I was getting nervous at first, like, oh my gosh, it's not working. And then Ryan was like, I got it. So just know, don't get nervous if multiple people are trying to get in, because as soon as one's in, the rest can't. So.
Yeah. I mean, that's such a, I know that was your first experience. My first experience was in December. At 7 a.m. to get that boarding pass, it's like your day is like you just won the lottery.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy. Your day is not complete, but you're gonna have a great day because you got that boarding pass. You kind of got an idea of what time it's gonna board. You can get there over early. You can jump on Mickey and Minnie. Yeah. Kind of do some things. Check your phone. Get on Rise, and then you're good. You've jumped on 2 of the major attractions at Hollywood Studios, which is is a win.
That's exactly what we did. So we got there, we got in the queue for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. We waited maybe 15 minutes. It was really quick. But as soon as we got out of the queue or out of the ride, the queue was at least 4 times the size. It was probably at least a 45-minute wait at that point.
Yep.
And I think that was the thing that was a little bit of a bummer for us at Hollywood Studios is the wait times are definitely highest there. So we didn't even do half of the attractions because everything was a 60-minute wait or longer. So
Right.
Yeah, so that was a little bit tough, but we still were able to do, what we really wanted to do, which was Galaxy's Edge. And with the time that we got for our boarding pass, you don't get to pick your time, but we got really fortunate that ours was at about 1:30. So it lined up perfectly because we had our Oga's reservation at 11:30. And so that let us kind of get a Ronto wrap and then go to Oga's and then go to lunch. And by the time we were done with lunch, we could get on the ride. So it ended up working out really, really well for us.
It was a great afternoon in Galaxy's Edge. The only thing that we didn't do was the shops.
Mm-hmm.
And that because of the virtual queue. But so
makes sense.
We're not big souvenir people, so.
Real quick, any honorable mentions? Anything that you want to just that we missed on the top?
Can I? Oh well, I'll give a dishonorable mention. Can I do that?
Oh wow!
So we had never done the standby Peter Pan queue, but we did that. And it wasn't as exciting as we thought it was going to be.
I thought it was so
and
cool.
Was everything working though inside the queue?
No.
So
half of
that's a thing.
Interactive things were not working.
Yeah, that's the thing. If because that is such an awesome queue if all the interactive stuff is running in there. It's like it's probably one of the best queues as far as that kind of thing goes. I think Rise of the Resistance is better than that, but it's still really, really cool, especially when you go into the bedroom. You got Tink flying around. You can do things with your hands and stuff like that. So dishonorable mention, huh?
I thought
it's not a great ride.
I thought that part of the queue was awesome, though. We were standing there, and you heard all of the noises, like Tink going around and playing with stuff. Yeah. And at first, I was like, "What is that?" And then I noticed what it was, and I was like, "This is so cool!" So that was cool. But the only reason we went is because it was first thing in the morning. Yeah. We rope dropped it. We walked right through. We waited 5 minutes, but I agree. I would not wait 45, 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. My honorable mention, I was so excited. I think you guys might know this because we were chatting about it a little bit in some of our chats and in previous, Zooms and whatnot that we've been on. I was crossing my fingers that the People Mover would be back open the time we went for our visit. And I was really sad when I had to compromise and take the People Mover off of my top 7 because that is one of my favorite attractions. So to be able to go back on the People Mover was awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Oh, and I want to add that Country Bears was just as good as it always is. And that is my honorable mention.
As in it should just be changed and removed.
We can't remove you from the show, so stop.
I love Country Bears is best.
I'm a number one attraction. Everybody knows
number 2 behind Carousel of Progress.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that one I can do without, but my Country Bears.
Oh my god!
No one's gonna judge me on that one. But I mean, I'm a big fan that you changed your top 3 around. I'm excited.
Yeah, I think that's cool. Yep. I mean, I really thought I would have really been shocked if it had not moved around at least a little bit. So that's cool.
I thought you were messing with me because, like I said, Team Levine and myself, we talk a lot off air, and they kept mentioning kind of like Splash and kept mentioning Splash. So now I noticed they were kind of messing with me a little bit. And
we still love Splash.
Yeah, we still love Splash. And we are very excited for the reefer whenever that comes. But I think that the new technology is absolutely incredible, and it's completely immersive.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for coming on again and giving us a little vacation update on the trip. Sounds like it was just like a blast. So glad that you guys had a great time. Luckily you didn't get use the wrong meal tickets for food that it shouldn't have been used for, but awesome. Thank you guys again. Anything left to add?
No.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Of course. I mean, if the top 3 wouldn't have changed, I mean, that would have been that would have been the straw that broke the camel's back, So
Well, we thought about like randomizing it and picking numbers out of a hat and be like, all right, so our number 7 is
Rise of the Resistance.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you probably we wouldn't have started the podcast. We would have changed it again. last minute change for the podcast tonight,
We would have had a lot of emails to that complaints@goldgellgetaways.com email.
Right.
Yeah, that inbox is getting pretty full.
Yeah, it's like I got to get caught up with people. So anybody who's sent complaints, I'll get back to you as soon as the holiday weekend's over.
Awesome. Yeah, well, thank you guys so much. Thank you everybody out there who listens in or watches, or I guess I can officially say listens in from your car, because we are on Google Podcast and Podbeam and Spotify. Apple's still giving me so many issues, but yeah. So if you're listening in the car, thank you so much. We really appreciate it because that's super cool. Maybe on your way to work, but
yeah.
Awesome. Well, I don't have anything left to add. So, Matt,
I'll close it out. So next week we are going to go with a couple of our newer agents, which I'm excited to kind of get to know them a little bit more. We got Stephanie and Jet joining us, and we are going to do. I think we've narrowed it down to can't miss attractions at the Disney parks.
Okay.
I'm excited about that. Mine's obviously going to be controversial because Country Bears Jamboree is going to be on it. So it is what it is.
What's the controversy? I mean, I'll talk about it next week, but I love Country Bears.
Hey, that's why you.
Wow, look at that. Are we running out of time? Are we running out of time right now?
Ryan, that's why you're my favorite. But other than that, make sure to like and subscribe to the Goldgell Getaways YouTube channel. In case anybody didn't know, Josh, I'm going to shoot this out there too. We are now on TikTok.
Oh, hold on. Let me check.
Yeah,
Goldgell
Getaways is now on TikTok. We
posted one video.
Yeah, hip and cool.
And it has 85,000 views, and we have almost 500 followers from that one video. So pretty darn good for getting started.
And like I told Taylor last night when she told me, now I can be a little bit more competitive on Buzz Lightyear.
Nice.
But other than that, make sure to like and subscribe to all our channels, Instagram, YouTube. Give us a thumbs up on the YouTube channel. And now we're off to plan your next vacation.
See everybody. Goodbye. Have a good weekend.